Ethereum and Bitcoin continue to dip to the downside, but where is the bottom going to be for this pullback, and when is the best opportunity for us to buy more Ethereum in the short term? Guys, hello and welcome to the House of Crypto. In today's video, we're going to look at the Ethereum chart price to see exactly the point at which I think we're going to hit the bottom of this dip and where we're going to see the upside in the short term. So without further ado, let's jump on over to the Ethereum charts. So the first chart I want to draw your attention to is the Ethereum US dollar. As you can see, we've been retracing and pulling back all the way down to $1,290 just a few days ago. We saw a bit of a push back up to the upside, and many thought that was the end of the dip. However, as you can see, we've broken out of this rising wedge, which is typically a bearish pattern, and we've seen a further dip to the downside. But where's it going to stop? What's going to push it back up to the other side? One piece of news I want to draw your attention to is over here on CoinDesk, the market wrap. Bitcoin falls to 48k as Fed's Powell makes no new promises as Ether drops. So many people have been betting on Bitcoin this year, as well as Ethereum and others, to hedge their bets against a potential falling US dollar price. Obviously, there's the sort of stimulus check that is being expected across America, which I believe is $600 per person, and this would obviously have to be printed by the Fed, causing inflation, causing the value of the dollar to drop, whereas obviously Bitcoin and Ethereum will potentially continue to rise against that. However, as we can see in this story, there's been no sort of concrete promise yet that the stimulus check is going to come. Therefore, there's a lot of movement or speculation now about whether the Ethereum and Bitcoin prices might be a bit overinflated in the sort of shorter term. So one thing I want to draw your attention to is the DXY, which is the US dollar price index. And as you can see, guys, this is on the weekly chart. This is showing sort of the patterns over the last couple of years or so. And we've come down and we've tested this sort of lower level here. And you can see, in fact, this week we've seen a big push back up to the upside where the US dollar is gaining its value, right? So what does that mean for us? As what we could potentially see play out is maybe even if it has hit another bottom here, and we could see this play back up to the upside. So as Ethereum and Bitcoin holders, that actually might be a bit of a bearish signal for us. However, obviously that the stimulus check potentially will still come, and there's still sort of a lot of speculation about that. But also, in terms of what sort of patterns we're seeing, we have seen a sort of a falling wedge pattern here, which, as we know and as we've seen recently with the Ethereum price, actually does break out potentially to the upside. So it's very key to watch what happens here to see whether we potentially might get a bit of a retrace and back up. But also, as we've seen over on Ethereum US dollar, we had this breakout, but it also then came up and got rejected here. So although typically this is expected to kind of bounce back up here, then actually we can see it also find resistance and drop back down to the downside. So where is Ethereum? Where do we think Ethereum is going to go in the coming hours, coming days? Now, as you can see, we've come down. So this was sort of over the last. So this is on the 4-hourly. So pretty much yesterday, midday, early yesterday, we saw this sort of drop out of this channel. We broke the channel, and we've come back down towards this level here. Now, what's significant about that level, if we take this level back and we see that we found our first level of resistance here before dropping further down through. Now, in terms of patterns we should be looking for, there's this quite obvious inverse head and shoulder pattern. And this is obviously very much a bullish confirmation pattern if it is to play out. If this maintains this support level of around $1,409, then we can see this coming back up, and then from that we'd have to take it from the neckline, which is probably approximately around here. So can we draw it approximately around here, and then we would take the height of this pattern down to the bottom, and that would then take us back up towards this level, and pretty much, as you can see, almost to within $1 of the all-time high price. Okay, so this pattern potentially would bring us back on track, and we would need to then break this all-time high previously to see Ethereum continue up on a pretty on a bullish trajectory. Obviously, this has played out for a few weeks now, and we're starting to. I know many people are probably starting to get a bit bored of the price, not seeing Ethereum running up. But if you're in this for the long term, this is actually like the perfect opportunity to be buying into the markets. Now, in terms of when I would be looking to buy, as we can see, when it's around here, we've seen it being rejected a few times. It's wicked down. But until I see maybe this play out further and we get a bit of a green bullish confirmation candle to indicate that it's not going to go further down, this could be a good buying opportunity. However, until we see this sort of confirmation candle coming back up or engulfing candle coming back up, then we could see a further dip to the downside. However, I believe pretty much the lowest that we're going to see is around the $12.90 mark. Now, that's in my own personal opinion from the research I've done and the analysis I've done. So always go away and do your own research. Obviously, you've worked hard for your dollars, so look after them. It's up to you to make the decision what you're going to do with them, and not just take the advice of others, because there's a lot of different advice floating around. I'm very aware of that. However, in my eyes, this is what I'm pretty confident I see playing out. So this could potentially stay around this area maybe for another day or two, and potentially by sort of, what day does it say, Friday, by the start of sort of Sunday into Monday, then we could see this push back up to the upside. In terms of where we'd need it to break out, we need it to come past the 1650, which we said the other day was a key level, and we obviously got rejected pretty hard at 1650 when we came dropping down. In terms of this returning to getting back into a bullish trend, and 1650 is where we need to be breaking and holding and closing above this level to then see it continue back up to the upside and pretty much validating this chart. Obviously, it plays out too long sideways or goes down, then this chart pattern isn't validated anymore. Okay. One last thing to look at then, keep it a quick video today, is on the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. So this is on the daily, and this pattern has been playing out for approximately 3 years. I refer to it a number of times because it's quite important to us, because obviously if you're holding Ethereum or Bitcoin, you know which one stands to give you better gains in the short and longer term. As you can see, we're coming towards a point where we actually have to make a decision. The way these patterns work, they sort of consolidate until eventually it has to decide whether it's going to break one side or the other. Now, that's obviously, I know people get very annoyed that people say things will break one side or the other, but we don't know until it gives us our confirmation. So at the moment, it's found a good level of support here on the around 2-3% level. So it's around 3% currently, 3.1%. If we see this bounce up to the upside, then it might take a good few days or so to play out, but we'll start looking towards the 4%. And if it breaks out of here, then we're starting to look at where this would go in terms of an Ethereum value versus a Bitcoin value. Let me know in the comments below what you think is going to happen to Ethereum in the coming days. Have you bought more? I've been starting to buy more, and I will look to buy more if we take a dip further down below the sort of 1450 down towards the 1420 level. Guys, one thing I just wanted to draw your attention to is BlockFi. BlockFi is a great place to keep your cryptocurrencies, where I keep the majority of my account, apart from like the altcoins, etc. You can do Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT, etc. You can earn 6% annual interest on Bitcoin, 5.25% annual interest on Ethereum, and that if you're planning on holding these cryptocurrencies for the long term, there's no better place than BlockFi to be doing it. Okay, it's the best way to earn a passive income from cryptocurrency. Money comes in every day, and then each month you can kind of withdraw it, and it then comes into your account, and then you earn interest on that, so it compounds as well. Okay, so BlockFi is a great place to keep your crypto. I will leave a link in the referral. Disclaimer: I'll get a reward if you sign up, but also you will also get a reward as well in Bitcoin, and who doesn't love free Bitcoin? Guys, thanks very much for watching today. Hope you enjoyed today's video. I look forward to seeing what happens with Ethereum over the weekend and bringing you updates as they happen. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to be kept up to date with the latest happening in Ethereum, Bitcoin, altcoins, and the rest of the cryptocurrency market. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.